Well, I finally unlocked every single mount inside Capybara Go, so now I can give you the ultimate mount guide. So a lot of you have probably been playing the game for so long that you don't even realize there's actually 16 mounts, because we have the basic mounts and then the advanced mounts. Now the basic ones is what you're going to kind of start off with, and that's where we usually see most use the crocodile. And with all the mounts inside the game, mounting them is just a cosmetic look to them. They don't do anything else besides that. As far as upgrading the basic ones, you want to wait for the mount event to show up and then have enough of these things cashed in so you can go and complete a round. If you don't have enough to go and complete the next round that pops up, which it maxes out at 4, you want to at least hang on to these things until the next time this thing shows up. If you see down the bottom there, hit that little chest, and this will take you over to 4 mounts that you can get. You can see with the Dark Moon tickets, we can either get Roach or King Kong, but there's also Toffee and Laputa that can be used with the Gold Dark Moon tickets. In order to get those, you'll have to rank high in some of these events, at least the ones that have the ranking. All 4 of those mounts are considered advanced mounts. If we head over to the advanced mount section, you'll still see there is 4 more. And for those 4 to show up, that's where we have to wait on the Cappy machine. Now for the longest time, it would rotate between pets, mounts, and then artifacts. Now it looks like pretty shortly here, they're all gonna be packed into one. For anybody that's new out there, these mounts will get added one by one depending on how many times you see the Cappy machine. So when you first see it, you'll see that your choice is the Luminous Dragon, and there'll be no prize selection button to go and try to pick one of these art ones. Now before you go and just try to focus on one mount altogether, you want to go and try to unlock every single one of these for those passive stats down the bottom. Once you get that mount, you unlock that stat and it will stay with you forever. Now these advanced mounts will also come with a skill, and you can equip that skill. You can only equip one, so choose the one that you like. At the same time, you could equip the skill of one mount and then totally throw on another mount for the cosmetic look. So as far as best mounts, they're usually kind of decided based by how your build is or pretty much what weapon you're using. However though, there is a couple of favorites, Diego probably being everybody's most favorite, and the fact that combos do so much inside the game. Not to mention the global HP for the passive stat is pretty nice, but having the combo +1 means that that's an extra combo you can have, so if you go and you attack, you end up comboing, there's a chance you can attack a 3rd time through an extra combo. And our big winner is going to be the Luminous Dragon, not because of the global attack, which is a good one to have, but it's going to be because of the crit rate increase and the crit damage increase. This is kind of like an umbrella over both basic attack and skill attack, so no matter what you have, this crit's gonna benefit it. I do remember when I first started playing, a lot of people were going crazy over Catastrophe, but now not a lot of people really talk about it, and as we found, Global Defense really isn't as good as when we first started. And it's not like it got worse, we just got more knowledgeable of the game itself. But I do know some people that will go and throw Toffee on, which is going to come with the global damage reduction for the passive, but also have it for the skill itself and a chance to heal. They go up on a tough chapter where they know they're getting pounded on. This is one that they typically throw on just to see if they can get them through it. So the Sphinx is one that I'm a little bit skeptical about, although crit rate plus 10%, that's a nice stat to have, but a lot of players that use this are either using the Reaper staff, the Star staff, or even the Bishop staff. Not that anybody's really using the Bishop, but this is one of those things where if you are a skill user working on those skills, you get the skill crit, and if you do crit on it, you're going to be getting extra attack damage. The reason why I'm skeptical is because of the Luminous Dragon, which after round 5, you're now having 15% crit rate and 75% crit damage increase. So I kind of think to myself, would you really need this with the skill and then the attack increase when the Luminous Dragon's doing all that? I think either way is a good way to go if you are a skill user, but I kind of like the idea of knowing that I'm going to be getting all the crit instead of just focused right on the skill. Now when it comes to Roach, this is one I kind of goofed on back in the day when I made a video on it. I took the wrong footage and analyzed it, not even realizing that the pet damage was stacking, and I said in my video, yep, I tested it, doesn't stack, but boo-hoo me, I'm a dummy, I was looking at the wrong footage. But I don't know anyone that's been playing the game for a while and still using this one. Usually you get it pretty quick, and then you go and use it, you go it's awesome, and then you get a better one and you just swap it out. I do, however, though, see a lot of people using King Kong, which is going to get the passive of the counter right, and then also give a sword chi out there too. This one will give counter damage plus 10% at 1 stack, and it can max out at 10 stacks. However, I'm not really one to really focus around counter. I'm a counter combo, but I tend to lead a little bit more towards the combo side. Still, having that sword chi in there, a lot of people like it because of that, and it's pretty easy to upgrade this thing given that we can use those silver tickets. But the one that people get kind of excited about when they first start off is going to be for Laputa, and the main reason behind that is that passive stat of combo rate plus 10%. The skill's really not that great, where it's going to go and just do 200% damage and then go and possibly have a 30% chance of stunning, but still, having that combo rate is a nice way to kind of just build it up and help you out on that portion of the game. Now, once you go and unlock these things, you will need to get 2 more copies of it to take it to the next level, and that's where that passive stat will increase based by the value you see down below. In order to upgrade that skill though, up top, that's where you need to get this thing up to 5 stars, which I imagine could take somewhere around 10 copies. Just an estimate, it's not going to be like you get 5, you get to 5 stars, but still, it's going to take a little bit before you get there. Once you finally get all 4 of these from the grow shop, I probably invest into Laputa and King Kong to go and try to get these levels or these passive stats up. As far as the Cappy machine, that's where I'm going to say get your Luminous Dragon first, because that's going to be the one that pops up first, and then work your way to save up to get Diego. There is one other spot besides the grow shop and the Cappy machine that I've seen people land some of these mounts, and that's from codes from the Discord. They are rare and few, but occasionally codes get launched out there as a single time use, and players have been able to get a mount like Diego. So if you ask me which of these mounts I think is the best, I'm going to say Diego is number 1 and then the Luminous Dragon is number 2. That's just my own personal opinion, so don't judge me too much, but curious to know which of these you guys think is the best inside the game. If you want to know all the new stuff that's coming in the update, which by the way, it doesn't look like our equipment's going to be getting reduced at all, so that's a total bummer. But if you want to know about it all, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.